3, 2, 1 photo. Hi everyone.
Okay, I'm on the ground a fair bit, so I might.
Yeah, just make sure you give options for stuff also off the ground,
Yeah,
because some people can't make it on the
Gotcha,
floor.
gotcha.
It's all posted, so whenever you're ready, you can go live.
Beautiful.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Morning, everyone. Might wait a couple more minutes for someone else to join in. All right, I might get started. So my name's Jasper and I'm a student at the University of Sydney studying exercise physiology. Currently here in my second week of placement here at the Rebound Clinic in Brookvale. Today I'm going to be running a whole body mobility, strength and cardio workout. And that's roughly 5 minutes on mobility, 30 minutes of strength, and then about 10 minutes of cardio at the end. So the goals for me today is to get your muscles burning a bit and your heart racing to increase your strength and your fitness, but to also give you a range of exercise that you can do at home fairly easily with minimal equipment. So I've set up a mat behind me. That's totally optional. If you're on carpet, that's fine. And I've just got a couple of light dumbbells here as well that I'm going to use. Okay, and then plenty of floor space as well is something that you might want to have. We won't be walking around too much, but big movement, so you want plenty of space so you're not knocking things over. Okay, so might get started straight away then. Starting on the ground, this first part of mobility is about 5 minutes on the ground. We're going to do roughly 5-second holds of the downward dog. So go into a high plank, hands shoulder width apart, feet together. From here, we're going to lift our hips up and send our head through our arms and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back into your high plank. And again, lifting your hips, sending your head through your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I'm going to do one more of those. And lifting hips up, head through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And from here, we're going to lie down to our stomachs. Hands next to your chest. In line with your chest, just next to them. And this is called the upward dog. Keeping your hips flat and your stomach down. Lifting your head and your chest up to the ceiling. And you should be feeling a stretch through your stomach and a bit of your chest as well, opening up your shoulders. And 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Deep breath in and breathing out. And hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And down. Deep breath in and out and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. This next one, we're going to stay on the ground, and it's a cat-cow. So this is our position here, similar style, in a plank position, hands shoulder width apart. Knees can be roughly shoulder width apart as well, or even hip width apart. From here, you want your back to start flat, so just whatever's comfortable. From there, we're going to go into our cat position. So lifting our back up, tucking our hips in, head down. We're going to hold this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Come back to neutral. Now the cow position is just the opposite. You're going to lift your hips up, lifting your head as well, trying to get your head to touch your bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Go back to neutral. We'll do 2 more for each. And back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Neutral. Last one. Hips up, stomach down, head up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Next exercise, still on the ground. We're going to work into our open book. So this one, lying flat on your back, onto one side. You can face the camera first. One hand out, one arm completely straight out, the other just on top. And your top leg's going to roll over onto the ground, so your knee and your ankle are flat on the ground. From there, we're going to turn our head so we look at the ceiling. And this top arm's going to open. This is called the open book. And we're going to hold that against the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And close back up. And head up at the ceiling and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. You can flip over for this one onto the other side. Again, lying on your side, one arm straight out, top leg, knee and ankle on the floor, looking at the ceiling, and top arm goes to the other side. And turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Just going to shuffle this forward a bit. Okay. Lying on your sides again. Top leg, knee and ankle down. Looking at the ceiling. And open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, this next one, twist, a similar sort of movement. This time our legs are going to go. So the shoulders stay flat. Hands can be either out next to you in a T shape or on your chest. Feet up. Slide your heels slightly towards the bottom. From here, we're going to lean to one side with our knees. Trying to keep your back flat. Let's hold this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back to neutral. And one more on each side. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. And last one is we can come into a sitting position. And this one's called just the reach behind. So again, working on the twisting motion of the back. You're going to have both hands out in front of you, like this, just that chin height. From there, take one arm and send it back behind you as far as you can. And then the arm that's in front, you're going to reach back, head can turn as well, and touching that arm. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your front arm back to the front. And both hands together. Good, and the same for the other side. Reaching back behind you as far as you can. And turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Come back to neutral. Good. And last one for each side. Big reach back. And follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Come back to neutral. Last one. Big stretch. And back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay. So now we go into the strength component, and this is going to last about 20 to 30 minutes. I've got it into 2 parts. This first round is sort of mostly done on the ground, sitting or in a lying position. 7 exercises, and we're going to do each exercise for about 30 seconds each, with 30 seconds rest in between all of them. Okay, just going to get this time set up. Okay. So this first one is called dead bugs. You're going to lie flat on your back, hips and knees at 90 degrees, arms straight up in the air. As one arm goes down, you're going to take the other leg and touch the ground together at the same time. Okay, and then we alternate. So one hand and the opposite leg. Starting in 2, 1, and 30 seconds. Touch. 1. Good. Trying to keep the arm and the leg in the air as still as possible. I like to have my thumbs up so I know exactly when I'm touching the ground. 10 seconds. Trying to keep everything else in the air still as possible. And 2, 1, and rest. Good. We can stay on the ground. This next one, we're still lying flat on our backs. Knees slightly bent and heels sliding towards your bottom. Hands by your side, and we're doing a bridge. So lifting your hips up straight off the ground. Okay. All right. We've got 5 seconds. And bridging. Good. So you can have 2 feet on the ground. My right leg is actually cramping at the moment, so it's in a bit of pain. But I'm sure you're all doing really well. So pushing your hips up, breathing as you push up. Good. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay. Next, lying on your side again. I'm just going to stretch this cramp out. Lying on your side, you can have your arms out in front of you again, just like our open book. And you're just going to lift that top leg as high as you can. Okay, trying to keep your toes pointing forward. And 3, 2, 1, and lifting. Lifting. Good. Get into a stage where you can really feel the leg not go up any further. And you should be feeling a little bit of tightness right in the hip, just below the hip bone. Lifting really high. Toes pointing forward as much as you can. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Shoulder taps are next. So this one requires you to go into a bit of a plank. If you do find that this option is a bit hard, you can always start with your knees here in our cat-cow position, or even slightly further back. And we're just tapping our shoulders. So one hand to the opposite shoulder. Okay. Trying to keep everything else really still. This is not for speed here, so do it super slow, working on stability. And let's go. Touch, touch. Good. Remember to breathe easy. And if you want it to go a bit harder, you can go into a high plank and touch. Touch. 10 seconds. And touch. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Beautiful, doing really well. The next one's going to be a bird dog. So onto our cat-cow position again. Go into our cat-cow position, onto your knees and your hands. Sorry, this cramp's still coming on. So onto your knees and hands, and you're going to lift one arm and the opposite leg. And 2, 1, and one arm, opposite leg, up high. Lifting one arm, opposite leg. Trying to keep everything else really still. Lifting your arm and leg to parallel to the ground. Breathe easy. And 2, 1, rest. Good. Okay, Superman is one of my favorites. So this is going to work your lower back, lying down flat on your stomach. You can have your hands on your head here. And all you're doing here is lifting your chest off the ground. Okay, you should be feeling it in your lower back. If you want to make it a bit harder, you can even lift your legs with your head. And the hardest one, I think, is to have your arms out the front, lifting your arms and your legs together. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1, and lift. Breathing out as you push. And you should be feeling it in your lower back. Got 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Doing really well. Very last one is our dog legs. So into our cat-cow position again. I'll show you from front on this time. Cat-cow position, and we're taking one leg, using that same leg for 30 seconds, and just kicking straight out to the side. Okay, so you see better on this angle here. My leg's not going out backwards, just straight up to the side. Okay, we're on in 3, 2, 1, and out. 1. Breathe out as you push. Arm straight. Should be feeling it right in the hips. Get up as high as you can. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So that's our first round done. We're going to go over that once more, and then we'll do our second set of strength exercise. So please feel free to grab a drink. I'm going to have one. Oh. My right hamstring was cramping during that first set. The bridges really got me. Whew. All right, we might give it another minute. So the same exercises. Again, these are mostly done on the ground. If it's pretty difficult for you to get to the ground, you can always even do it on your bed if that's easier. That'll just make it a bit harder because it's a challenging surface, but nonetheless, you should be able to do these exercises there. 30 more seconds, and we're doing just one more round of the same exercise that we've just done. Okay, so let's get ready with our dead bugs. Lying flat on your back, hips and knees at 90 degrees, arms straight up in the air. Again, I like to have my thumbs pointing so I know exactly what I'm touching. Okay, so one arm and the opposite leg going out. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and go. So heel and thumb touch. Heel and thumb touch. Try to keep the limbs that are in the air still as possible. Good. If your thumbs and your heels are touching together, you're doing really well. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. The next one was the bridge. So heels sliding up towards your bottom a little bit. Feet together. And we're just pushing our hips up. Breathing out as you push. Okay, if you want to make it a bit harder, or a lot harder, you can stick one leg straight up in the air and push up that way. Okay, but this is more than fine. Let's go now. Pushing up. Breathe as you push. This is working your hip muscles here. Push, good. Push as high as you can. If you want a bit more of a burn, you can hold it at the top and then come down. And 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, doing really well. Back to our side lying. So before I was lying this way, so I'm going to lie this way this time. Lying on my side, one arm out just like my open book. I'm using my top hand as a bit of a pillow, and this top leg is lifting high. Okay, again, trying to keep your toes pointing forward the whole way through. And then you should be feeling it right here on your hip. And let's go. 1. Breathing out as you push. If you want a bit more of your bigger muscles working, you can work slightly backwards. So still lifting, but going slightly backwards. And that'll work the larger muscle groups. And time, good. Have a big rest. 30 seconds, shoulder taps. So back into our plank. Again, on your knees here is fine. It's all about stability though. So keeping everything super still. And we shouldn't be wobbling around too much, okay? So whether you're on your knees or in a high plank, make it all about stability. All right? And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and tap. Hand to the opposite shoulder. Try to keep it really still. Your stomach should be squeezing, but you're still breathing. Now you can do this on your knees, remember? Go at your own pace as well. We'll get the chance to get a heart rate up later. So really work on stability and pushing hard for this set. And time, good. You're doing really well. We're going back into our bird dog. So again, cat-cow position, hands shoulder width apart, knees about hip width apart. I lift one arm and the opposite leg at the same time up to parallel to the ground. So arm straight, leg straight, and alternating. So one arm, opposite leg. Again, stability is key here. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and lift. Big breath. Breathe in as you come back in. Look at a point on your mat or on your carpet and really laser in there. You want to keep your head as still as over that point as you can. Keep breathing. Your stomach's working. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Doing really well. Superman, again, one of my favorites. Like flat on the stomach. And lifting your chest up, looking towards the ceiling. Okay? That's one option. You can also go hands on your head and lift this way. Try and hit the lower back here. And 3, 2, 1, and lift. 1, 2. Go at your own speed. Just make sure to breathe. And get that chest up as high as possible. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Dog legs, last one. So if you used your right leg last time, you should be using your left now, and vice versa. So again, cat-cow position, hands shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart, and lifting your leg straight out to the side. I'll be showing on this side here. So lifting out, straight across. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1, and lift. Big breath as you push. Do it at your own speed. Doing really well. Get that knee up high. 5 seconds. And 2, 1, and rest. Good. You're doing really, really well. Grab a drink. Let's have a big rest here. Let's have 2 minutes. Starting to get a sweat on. Hope you are as well. Nothing better than a Tuesday morning sweat. Doing really well. Grab a drink. Okay. We've still got about 1.5 minutes before we go again. This next round is mostly standing. So we're going to be, you can either do this all body weight, or feel free to also grab your dumbbells and do it while holding those as well. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So 7 exercises again. This first one's a wall push-up. You can use the wall to do your push-ups here. Work further back to make it a bit harder. You can even go on the ground if you prefer that, on your knees, or even into a full push-up. Okay, so wall push-ups first. Still got about 20 seconds. Really catch your breath. So 7 strength exercises, and we'll do that twice over. So push-ups, lateral lunge, and then triceps as well. Good. All right. 5 seconds. Hands on the wall, about shoulder width apart. And 3, 2, 1, and push. Breathing out as you push up. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. This next one's a lateral lunge. This is one of my very, very favorites for lower body. So it's feet together. You can have your hands just up here together. Taking a big step out. And as you take your step, you're going to sit down. Okay. So lunging down onto your side. And this is targeting the insides of your thighs here. Okay. Let's go in 2, 1, and same for the other side. Working the inside of your leg. As low as you can, and push. Good. That's it. Stand up tall. And 2, 1, and rest. Good. Doing really well. Next, we're going to need our weights. You can either grab 1, or feel free to grab 2, or 1 fairly heavy. Lifting straight above our heads here. And we're just going to lower that weight behind our heads. Okay, working the back of the arms here. Making sure as well that your elbows are tucked in next to your head and not out too wide. Okay, let's go in 2, 1, and down. Aiming for about 1 to 2 seconds on the way down and up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Work at your own pace. As long as you're keeping your elbows tucked and pushing up all the way. And 2, 1, and time. Good. Okay. What have we got next? So next is a curtsy lunge. So very similar to the lateral lunge that we just did, but it's a curtsy. So if everyone can remember how they used to curtsy when they were little kids, from here you're going to sit down. So the leg that goes behind, that leg is the one that's going to touch the ground. Okay, with your knee. Okay, feel free to grab some weights as well. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lunge. Good. If you're trying this for the first time, you might want to come back to a standing position and then move. If you wanted to challenge yourself a bit more, you can lunge down and bounce. Lunge down, bounce, and bounce. Either is fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. Next, grab your 2 dumbbells or even 2 heavy water bottles will be fine. This next one, we're just going to do a front raise and a lateral raise. So working different parts, different muscles of the shoulder here. Okay? Doing well. Making sure we're breathing as we push, breathing out as we lift the weight. Okay? Here we go. And 2, 1, and breathe. Should be able to get it to about shoulder height. If you want to challenge a little bit more, you can slow it down really slow. Working against gravity. Good. Lift high. And time. Good. Okay, calf raises. So you can either do this with no weight or even holding your 2 dumbbells. But the point here is to just go into your tippy toes as high as you can, lifting heels off the ground and then coming down slowly. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Lift high. You should be feeling it in your calves. You should be able to see me go into my tippy toes. If you're finding it hard to balance, feel free to grab a wall. And then when you're feeling a bit more confident, go to 1 finger and lift as high as you can. 2, 1, and rest. Good, doing really well. All right, so the last exercise of the round is a bit of a burner. You're going to really feel it in your hips. So it's a squat pulse, basic squat. So feet about shoulder width apart or a bit wider. And you're going to sit down in your chair and bounce once and then push. Okay, so let me show you that in full speed. You're going to bounce and then stand. Bounce and then stand. Okay. If you're wanting a bit more of a challenge, if you want to make it a bit harder, you can bounce 3 times and then stand. But even the 1's fine. Okay, let's go in 2. 1 and sit. 1, 2, stand up tall. 1, 2, up tall. Breathing as you come back up. and 2, 1, and rest. Good. Grab a drink. We've got one more round of that, and then we'll do a bit of cardio to finish. Everyone's doing really well. So again, the point of a lot of these exercises is to keep it simple. So to give you a bit of a workout that you can easily do at home. Obviously, I'm running a session that is going to work your whole body, but feel free to put any of the exercise that you like, put it together into your own program, maybe 5 to 8 different exercises that you really like, and then you can cycle through a few sessions a week that way. So feel free to manipulate this program and do anything you'd like. So this is more just a whole buffet of different exercises. Okay, 30 more seconds. Okay. All right. So we're back to our push-ups for the start. So hands shoulder width apart, and we're pushing down into the wall. Feel free to go on your knees or even into a full push-up. And let's go. Breathe as you push. So breathe in as you go down, and this is working your chest muscles. Really important in all of your pushing actions. Keep breathing. Get your chest low. And then 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Lateral lunge. Let's try this with a weight now. So you can either grab 1 or 2. Hold it against your chest here. If you're holding 1, you want to hold it like this with your palms together on the top part of the weight. If you're holding a bottle, just hold on to it firm. Again, feet together, taking your big step out and sitting down. You can come back to a split stance and hold that and bring it together. But always making sure this is our start and finish. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and lunge. Not super important, but if you can try and keep your feet down on the ground, you're also going to get a bit of a stretch in your ankles too. Get as low as you can. You should be feeling it on the inside of your thighs. Get low. Really well. And 2, 1, and time. Good. Tricep extension. So grab yourself a weight again. This one straight above your head. Okay, elbows tucked in, and you're going to drop the weight slowly behind you and lift. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Breathe out as you push. The elbows stay directly next to your head. And you should be feeling it along the back of your arms. And 2, 1, and time. Good. Well done. Curtsy lunges. So again, we did this with no weight before, but let's try and grab 2 weights and do it this way. So big step behind you as if you're about to curtsy, and then lunging down, trying to get that knee all the way to the ground. Behind you and knee to the ground. Okay, 10 seconds. It's getting sweaty now. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Behind, lunge. Come back up and push. Behind, lunge. Come back and push. Good. So by doing all these transfers, we're also targeting our balance. Good. Make it as explosive as you want. at your own speed, whatever's comfortable. If you're looking to push, include that bounce. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Okay, 2 dumbbells again. Front and side raises, so straight up and out to the side. Okay, your hands should be pointing down always, not upwards. Lifting high, breathing out as you push. Again, working the shoulder muscles here. All right, this is good. And 3, 2, 1, and lift. 1. Big breath out. Up to shoulder height. Should be feeling it right up in your shoulders. Doing really well. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay, calf raises. We're almost there, team. So you can do this holding your dumbbells or not, or even against a wall to help you balance, right? But the point is to get your heels as far off the ground as you can and do that in a controlled motion. So 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Good, doing really well. Let's give it 5, so lifting high. Good, and 2, 1, and lift. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If you're looking for a bit more of a challenge, you can hold at the top. 1, 2, and then drop back down. Good. Once you found your balance, you can slowly start to let go. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Well done. Last one, squat pulse. Here we go. So this is it for the strength, and we've got a bit of cardio, and then we're done for the day. You're doing really well. So squat pulse again. Feet wider than shoulder width, or just about shoulder width. Squatting down and adding a pulse. And then up. Okay, so it's a squat and a half, squat and a half, squat and a half. Doing really well. This is it, team. 3, 2, 1, squat and pulse up. Squat and pulse up. Squat, pulse up. Sit really deep into a chair as if you're going into a stool. And we're almost there, doing well. Good, keep pulsing. 5 more seconds, keep going. And 2, 1, and time. Good. Well done. Grab a drink. That's it for the strength. Good. We've got just about 10 minutes of cardio, and then we're done. Doing really well. Okay. Give it another minute. So while we're resting, I'll just quickly explain the cardio set that I've put together. So it's 3 exercises. So it's your side steps, ski arms, and squat jumps. So side steps, really simple. As you step out, you want to flare out your arms and take a big jump out to the side. Bring your hands back together, out and to the side. You'll also notice that I'm slightly bent at the knees and the hip. I'm not standing up tall. That way we can move a bit bouncier. Okay, so arms, legs, and then we do ski arms. So ski arms, some of you might have used the Skio machine here at the clinic, but if you haven't before, you might have seen people doing this motion with some ropes. Okay, and this motion here, as long as you're doing it fast and you're including some sitting into it like a squat, we should be able to get the heart rate up pretty quick. Okay, and then the third exercise is your squat jumps. So squatting, jumping, squatting, jumping, squatting, jumping. So it's the 3 exercises, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And we're going to do that 3 times over. Okay, doing really well. We're going to go in 10 seconds. Side step, here we go. So leave yourself plenty of room. 5. Big step out to the side. Flare your arms as you jump. And 2. 1 and flare. Stay low. Good. Then come back together. That's it. Stay low. Stay really low. Big steps out to the side. Go at your own speed. That's it. Keep going. You're doing well. Flare those arms. Keep moving. And 2. 1 and time. Good. Scare your arms. Again, make sure you're sitting into it. Use the arms. Go big with the arms as well. Okay? As long as we can get a fast movement, we should be able to get the heart racing. Here we go. We're doing really well. Get the air in. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, pull hard. Here we go, team. 2, 1, and pull. 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 Squat into it. Sit. Breathe out as you pull. Good. Go at your own speed. Keep squatting into it. Bend your knees, bend your hips, and pull hard. Move the arms fast. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. 30 seconds of squat jumps, and we'll have a quick drink break. Doing really well. Squat jumps again. Don't feel the need to go really deep. What I mean by deep is sitting really far down. This one's all about speed and power again. So just get a little bit of a squat is fine. But I want you jumping, pushing your toes down, flaring your arms again. Okay, we're going to give it 2, 1. Here we go. Down, up, 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 up. Doing well. Push to the toes. If you want to make it a bit more of a challenge, stay on your toes throughout the whole thing. Doing really well. Flare your arms as you jump. And flare. Flare, flare, flare. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Grab a drink. You're doing really well. Heart should be racing. Should be getting a bit of a sweat on now. It's good to keep your heart active. Another 30 seconds. So same thing. Feel the side steps, scare your arms, and the squat jumps. Doing really well, team. All right, 10 seconds. The side steps again. Make sure to get the arms involved. That's really going to get your heart pumping. Here we go. 2, 1, and step. Flare your arms. Stay low. Stay low on your toes. Doing really well. Keep breathing. Flare your arms. That's it, at your own speed. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Scare your arms. You're going to whip the arms down, squatting into it as you pull. Okay, go at your own speed. Doing really well. Good. Get the heart pumping. Again, really easy cardio that you can do at home at any time. Play some music, go to the beat of that, whenever you get the time. And 3, 2, 1, squat into it and pull. Move the arms down, fast. As if you're pulling a rope. Bend the hips and the knees. Pull, pull, pull. Doing well, keep going. Remember to breathe. Doing really well. Come on, keep it up. 2, 1, and time. Good. Doing really well, team. Keep it going. We've got one exercise in the round. Last one's the squat jumps. Again, not focusing on depth here. More so getting a big bounce off the ground, pushing through the toes. Okay. Stay on your toes here. We're on in 5. Shallow squat and bounce, 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 bounce. Continue to breathe. Flare the arms. Move, move. Sit into it and flare. Doing really well. And 2, 1, and rest. Good. Grab a drink. We've got one round left. Doing really well. Whew. All right. I am, sure enough, really getting a sweat on now. Heart is racing. Short of breath. Really good signs that you're working. All right. We're going to go in 10. Side steps again. If you're starting to feel really tired, feel free to shallow out the steps. Go slower as well. Here we go. In 2, 1. Go shallow if you're tired. Right? Good. Notice how I'm not moving the arms either. I'm just getting the legs to work. Half the work. Good. If you're still feeling fine, you're up for it. Move the arms. And jump. That's it. Keep going. Stay on your toes. Stay on your toes. Really important. 1, and time. Good. Good work, team. We've got 2 exercises left. 1 minute of work and we're done. Ski your arms. Sit into it. Get the hands whipping down fast. This one too. Really important that we're bending at the knees and the hips and not the back here. Okay? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit. Whip. Move the arms fast. Sit into it. Doing really well. Keep going. Sit and whip. Move the arms back far. And 3, 2, and 1. Time. Good. This is it. Squat jumps and we're done. I am feeling the burn. Shallow squat. Reach up tall. Move the arms as well. This is it. 30 seconds of work, team, when we're done. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Shallow squat. Flare, 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 flare. Stay on your toes. Don't need to go too deep. Remember to keep breathing. Good. Pounce through the toes. Push hard. We're almost there. Keep going. Stay on your toes. And 2, 1, and time. Well done. Grab a drink. We'll finish with some stretching and a big cool down. Keep moving around. Keep walking around. Heart should be racing. Should be sweating. We should really be panting as well. These are all really good signs. All right. When you're ready, whack your bottle down and just a couple of stretches to finish off. So grab one hand on a wall or a chair, even the couch, depending on where you are. Lift one leg, grab it with your hand and pull. And you should be feeling that in your thigh muscles above your knee on the front side there. And 3, 2, 1, good. And switch over to the other side. Whew. Again. And 3, 2, 1, good. All right, stretching out the insides of our thighs. Did plenty of lateral lunges today. So fairly wide stance. And just leaning over to one side, taking hips and pushing over to one side. Bending one knee, keeping one leg straight. That straight leg's going to get the stretch down the inside. Keep holding that. Continue to breathe. And 2, 1, good. And the other side. Back up tall and push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Stand up tall. Get one leg and just stick the heel slightly in front of the other foot. Should be able to see that a bit better there. Keeping your back leg straight, just reach down all the way to your ankle, down to your toes if you can. You should be getting a stretch down the back of your leg here. And 3, 2, 1, good. Send the other foot in front. Heel down, back foot flat, and crawling down your ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And back up. Good. One last one. We're just going to do a dead hang. So grab your fingertips, crawl down the front of your thighs, across your knee, down your shin, and just drop there for a bit. Should be feeling in the back of the legs. A little bit in your back. The sides, just hanging there, and 3, 2, 1, good. Stand up tall, hands together and reach up above your head and lean over to one side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up tall and the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Very last one. Take one hand, cross it over yourself, bring the other over the top, and just give that a nice pull. Good. And drop the arm, shake it out a bit. Other arm over. Bring the other arm on top. Good. And pull. Should be feeling it from the top of your shoulder down towards your back here. Good, and time. All right. I hope you all enjoyed that. Please feel free again to mix and match those exercises that you like and put together. And get outside as well. Keep walking outside while we've got good weather and we're still in lockdown. So get some fresh air, spend time with your family as well. And I hope you all have a good week. See you later. Bye.